Today, I want to share with you 3 simple angles for using hypnosis to help yourself with weight, confidence, and health. I'm Lauren with Modern Day Hypnosis, here to demystify and share all of those self-empowering tools of using hypnosis to literally change your brain and change and open things in your life. So this mirror technique, experiencing a relationship with yourself in front of a mirror. And it does not have to be a literal mirror. It could be a blank wall. It could be just empty space. But in your imagination, or if you want to really use a mirror, you are there with your reflection of yourself, your physical self, your emotional self, the entire identity of your life, and all of that it represents for you, that self. And you are giving it this sense of unconditional appreciation, present tense love, or unconditional quantum love, right? You've loved all of the experiences of the life, of the body. Even if you feel overweight, you are grateful that you can walk. Or if you're at a place where it's not even comfortable to walk, or if you have no legs, well, then you are appreciating that body and this concept of yourself, that you are alive and that you can breathe. And when you experience that with a mirror, it's sort of like what you are giving is coming back to you threefold. And as you shift this hypnosis story, what changes in your subconscious, which is like the underneath of the iceberg, is that everything becomes lighter, more energy filled. Maybe it also is a little more loose and calm if you've been a really high pressured, tense, self-frustrated or angry person. It just feels that shift that most people associate only can come if they are entirely healthy, entirely fit, or every other thing in their life is good. So use the mirror technique, okay? That's technique number 1. Number 2 is this idea of your relationship with food, okay? So there's 2 different angles. One is that you are eating foods that you would like to stop eating. And the other is that you are not eating foods that you would like to start eating. So first, let's stop this imagery of foods that you don't want to eat, okay? So picture yourself just in your imagination. You can close your eyes if that helps you focus. Picture yourself in a room with a table of food, all the negative foods that you've eaten in the last year. Now, for most people, this is a lot of browns and beige and cheese and bread and grease and fat, just all of that sort of putrid, rotted food that has not been nourishing for your body. And just picture that on a table and see those table legs, or almost feel for them, that they are stressed under all that weight and pressure. Maybe they're wiggling a little bit, sort of about to break. And then you also see the sort of fat, and as that all has been sitting just there on the table for a year, it's kind of starting to melt. Maybe there's some maggots, and it's just this nearly explosive scene with grossness. And you can feel that for just a little bit. You don't need to stay in that feeling, because I want you to experience in your imagination that behind you, and maybe to one of the sides, is another table. And this is a strong, kind of alluring table. It's drawing you in magnetically, and you get that sense that it's clean. And then you see this mirage of all the healthy, colorful produce, lean, healthy, energizing foods, and it's just calling you. And then you feel this kind of lifted sensation as you rise up, and in your pretend, sort of dream state, turn around and you just go now towards that healthier table. You are walking away from the unhealthy and you are going into the healthy. And you can just experience every cell in your body smiling and breathing, maybe letting out a big sort of squeeze relief of just pleasure. It's happening now. This change is occurring right now in the pretend, right, where hypnosis begins, and you are self-hypnotizing that you are and have moved away from all that bad. And if you like to pretend now like a diamond-crusted samurai sword, just sort of sweeps and cuts cords or any sort of ties or strings or energetic umbilical cords of things, that all of that from the past is gone, and that you are no longer taking any of that in your body, in your life, in your mind, in your heart. You want that strong food. You find that craving for that healthy, fresh produce, okay? And now we're going to add in you eating more of those foods, which you would like to begin seeing become part of your lifestyle, okay? So actually feel yourself salivating as though just something as simple as water and fresh air. It's like there's a clean, nourishing taste there that you've never noticed. It'd been stunted by all of those old toxic foods. And now your body is attuned and it's drawn towards what is healthy for you. And it's as though you can see yourself taking in these new, colorful things at a slower pace, at a more present pace. And that taste of even something like water or fresh air, it just nourishes you in there at a deeper, lighter level. Everything feels brighter inside of your body, inside of your life, and your mind. Ideas come and organize more pleasantly. It's really fun to see this relationship with food and how food is fuel and comfort for you. And food is also community. And now you can see that you are being in this new supportive community with all the thoughts and stories and emotions in your mind or inside your heart or the relationships in your life. This community now for your food is starting to blossom. And this is like a seed which has been planted through you and is growing roots now under you. All right. So you got a relationship with identifying and reflecting yourself in front of the mirror. And you've got this context for how to get, out with the old food and nourishment and with that good food and nourishment. And the last technique that I want to share today for self-hypnosis and weight loss, body confidence, self-image, feeling fit and having that vitality is exercise. And exercise is a word that so often has this immediate sense of pressure, of doing, of forcing, of completing, which accomplishing is a feeling that a lot of people enjoy, but our brain has this sort of addiction for more and more and more and more. And what's true about exercise is that your body is exercising all of the time in so many different ways. And so if we can shift that brain to move away from exercise being work to exercise being play, you will exercise your body with more effect, more results, and with more variety than what you may see or have been a part of already at the gym in trying to comply with some sense of full routine. So really it's as simple as just letting your heart be that kind of charging thought instead of the brain. So the brain wants to have a big plan, and the heart is really just here in the now. And here in the now, your body only needs movement at times because other times it needs rest. For those of you who are really active in cardio and strength training, you'll know that the way to see the results is oftentimes to be intentional and incorporating adequate rest. So for the heart, with this idea of play with exercise, check in any moment where you are. It could only take 30 seconds if you want to do even, a few jumping jacks or some push-ups or some stretch or just deep breathing, because deep breathing with intentional focus, like Qigong, is said to burn as many calories as a cycle class. Okay, so exercise doesn't have to be something that you have the right setting for, you have the right clothes for, you have the right amount of time in your schedule. Just doing a couple of 30-second chunks throughout your day can build that momentum of playing with exercise. And the last thing that I want to say as far as exercise and hypnosis in your mind is that you just visualizing yourself doing it. Because most often what's in there visually, not perhaps always seen, but just pictured, is this image that we are not doing it, and we should be doing it. And should can feel like a 40-pound weight, especially for someone who has 40 pounds that they'd like to release, but they feel that they should be, on that bike, or they should be out there running, or they should be hitting the gym, 8 times a week. So releasing the pressure of should and trying that subtraction of those pictures that you are not doing those things, and just lay on a couch or in your bed or out in nature somewhere. Just be in that daydream and see yourself doing it, moving through it, succeeding it, that exercise choice or story. It's whatever calls you, because remember, we want the exercise to be like play. And then if you see yourself playing in exercise, riding a bike through a fantasy mountain trail, your muscles, literally physically, are responding. Just because you are imagining it, they are responding. This is how powerful hypnosis is. And of course, these suggestions, like the ones that I'm sharing, are things that clients have asked, or people I'll know are out there searching for. I mean, the health industry is billions of dollars, and we're all looking for that quick, instant, lasting fix. What's true is that you always are at this threshold of opportunity to move towards the fix of experiencing enough health, enough wellness, enough happiness, enough confidence. You are always endlessly right there, and it is a choice of perception. And hypnosis is an easy way for us to shift our perception. And when it's in alignment to what you want, it will stick. You will never use hypnosis to stay stuck barking like a dog. You may never even be a person who follows the compliance steps enough with a professional guided hypnotist to get yourself to be barking, because I don't know anybody out there who really is desperate to be barking, but I know a lot of people who are desperate, who are needing, who are ready, who really want to move through that threshold of their perception that they are healthy, that they are happy, that they are fit, that they are literally seeing the weight change and their joy expand. So I would be so happy to hear any feedback about these techniques, or if you want more techniques, or which techniques is it that you are finding simple enough to do. You can always come and join me for free workshops where I'll slow down some of the techniques and we'll walk through them together. I'm on camera, you're just there, not on camera, but you're able to chat with me to let me know your goals, and so that you can see these techniques and have these techniques and have hypnosis become accessible and demystified, which is really what modern day hypnosis's mission and intentions are to do. I am an ambassador. My name is Lauren, and if you would like to only have the tools just to do them on your own, you can go to moderndayhypnosis.com to get the self-hypnosis toolkit. Thanks all so much. Bye.